So when we're comparing distributions, it's often useful to consider two things. The average, so remember there's three different types of average. There's our mean, which is our total number of numbers divided by how many numbers we've got. The mode, which is the most common number in our list. And remember, you can always have more than one mode if you have more than one type of number, but there's no mode if you have the same number of every single number in your distribution. The median, which is the middle number, which we're using in order to work out our 5-figure summary. And then we've got the spread of the marks. So we can use the range, but more often we use the interquartile range or the semi-interquartile range, because the range is taking the extremes into consideration. Whereas if you look at the formula for our interquartile range and our semi-interquartile range, it's looking at the middle 2 quarters. So the numbers that are closer to that median, that middle value. So our interquartile range, we calculate by doing the upper quartile take away the lower quartile. So IQR is the abbreviation, and it's Q3 take away Q1. The semi-interquartile range, which we refer to as SIQR, is the interquartile range divided by 2. So let's look at an example. We're going to find the range, the interquartile range, and the semi-interquartile range for the following sample of 10 values. So, in order to be able to work out the quartiles that we need to put into our interquartile range and semi-interquartile range formula, or even to work out the range, we need to put our numbers in ascending order from smallest to biggest. So, our smallest number is the 3. Then we have 2 4s. Then we have a 5 and 2 6s. And then I have an 8, a 9, and 2 10s. And I'm going to double check that I have all 10 values: 3 4 4 5, 6 6 8, 9 10, and 10. Now, I'm going to look for my 5-figure summary points, because they're going to help me use my range formula. So the lowest number is 3 and the highest number is 10. I've got 10 values. If I divide by 4, that gives me 2 remainder 2. So the median, the quartile 2, is in the middle quartile, and so our Q2 is 6 because we've got the same number on both sides. Our lower quartile is the middle number of the bottom half, and that's going to be Q1 equals 4. And then our Q3, or our upper quartile, is going to be the 9. So range is high, take away low. So our highest number was 10, and we're taking away the 3, and that gives us a range of 7. Then we're going to look for our interquartile range. So remember, IQR was Q3 take away Q1. So Q3 is 9, and we're taking away the 4, and that's giving us an interquartile range of 5. And then we're going to look at the semi-interquartile range, and that was Q3 take away Q1, or our interquartile range, divided by 2. And so if we substitute in our 9 take away 4 divided by 2, we know that that's 5 divided by 2, and that gives us a semi-interquartile range of 2.5.